Attorney Baker and Attorney O'Reilly, and kind of got a little idea about what went on up there. That's the classic response, y'all. They're still under investigation. So they're still up under investigation. Nothing has been, from what I understand at this moment, to be cleared up in a second. No charges have been filed yet. Okay. I think this incident happened back in May. I think it's June, July the 2nd. You know, if I was arrested on Thursday, I think Friday morning, charges would have been filed. So you know the city is in a quandary right now because the main so-called victim is Mayor O'Dekirk. He's the star witness in this case. The victims, who they're saying are the assailants, the perpetrators, are the ones in limbo, are the ones whose record is being distorted with this case. But yet all of a sudden, just like the personnel information for our Honorable Mayor came up missing, they don't know where it's at. I don't know. It seems to me, being a retired probation officer, knowing how to build a case, to know every case starts with a complaint. That complaint is sent to the county, and then the clerk's office builds a case, set it on the docket, and hopefully they have some supporting information. Like police reports. Wouldn't you like to see what was written in that police report? Wouldn't you like to see what information the state's attorney have to say that this case ought to be brought? Wouldn't you like to know what is Mr. Glasgow's office doing that's preventing them pursuing the citizens where this case is at? Let's look back a little further real quick. Yesterday in the past, one of our council members felt that the case of Derek Lawrence should go to the Attorney General. This one particular councilman also thought that the crime commission that investigates police may not be as forthcoming and fair. So I like to ask that council person, they had the same zeal, the same interest when it comes to investigating the mayor. Do that make sense? Yeah! Also, I'd like to hear from, again, I'd like to hear from the NAACP, I'd like to hear from Operation Push. Don't they have a president? Anybody a member of Operation Push, Rainbow Push out here? Anybody a member of the NAACP? Anybody know the president's name? Anybody call her up and asking, can you at least send a tweet out? Why not? Why not? And furthermore, while I'm talking about this, let's say this too. There's a police and fire board. There's a police. They're appointed. So now we're in a better position to find out what's going on. Let's give the young men, the so-called perpetrators, who we know are victims, a chance to say something. Attorney O'Reilly, Attorney Baker, I know you had a day up there. Would you guys care to share with the public where we're at? I've already made some comments, and I was hoping that something would have came out of this so we could hear the star victim in this case. Anybody want to grab a mic?
Good afternoon, I'm Attorney O'Reilly. O'Reilly, O-R-E-I-L-L-Y. For purposes of the criminal matter, I represent Victor Williams. Today was the scheduled court date pursuant to the bond that they'd been given after they were arrested and processed by the Joliet Police Department on the early morning hours of June 1st.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Micheal Baker. I represent Jamal Smith and also the matter. And as Mr. O'Reilly set forth already, the matter was up today in court 305. It was announced by the Will County State's Attorney's Office that both Smith and Mr. Williams were released from the conditions of their bond, which at this point is an indication to us that the Will County State's Attorney's Office is not pursuing charges. That could change, but at this point, that was the representation made to us in the courthouse.
That representation came not only by what was stated in court itself, but through conversations we had with the prosecutors that were present today, who advised us that right now, as far as they're concerned, an investigation is still ongoing, and they have not made any decisions whether charges may be forthcoming. I took that to mean that they're waiting very much to hear about the independent investigation that's being done by the Illinois State Police. We have been in contact with the state police ourselves. I've talked to them a number of times on the phone, as recently as yesterday, and we have also met with them in person, with our clients, who have cooperated fully with the state police investigation, and we continue to cooperate fully with that state police investigation by giving them access to our clients, by providing them with additional video evidence from that evening, and even some photographs. So we are fully cooperating in that independent investigation, and I believe that's the investigation that the State's Attorney's Office is referring to when they say that they're still waiting, that there's an investigation ongoing.
And further, we think that investigation will yield what we've been saying from the very beginning, that both Victor and Jamal have absolutely no culpability in what they were previously charged with. And again, it was announced today that they are, at this point, no longer charged.
Correct. They're basically, without any further conditions of bond, free to go and do whatever it is they do in their normal lives as every other day. Is there anybody that has any specific questions?
Well, yeah, they say they're waiting because there's still an investigation going on. I mean, still how did so the only thing I know you wanted to file a motion to
I did ask the court today if I could file in writing an assertion of my client's Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights, so that, again, we don't know what the outcome of the investigation is. I believe, and my partner believe, that the outcome would be that our clients are not culpable for anything. But the State's Attorney's Office has 18 months on misdemeanor charges to decide when and if they're going to charge them. So they have 18 months from June 1 to make that decision. If God forbid, they were to charge a felony, they have 3 years in which to make that decision. So based on that, I don't want them being able to contact my clients again related to this thing, knowing full well that they are represented by counsel, and try to interview them, which is why I attempted today in front of the judge to file an assertion of their Fifth and Fourth Amendment rights. It's difficult to do when there's no actual case number to affiliate that with.
So you weren't able to file?
I'm still filing it with the clerk if they will allow me without a case number, but I'm still going to make that attempt. I tried to do it again in the courtroom, and the judge referred me to filing that on the second floor of the clerk's office, which I'm going to attempt to do again.
But that's in case the police try to interview your clients.
They can rearrest them, put them on a bond again, and if they rearrest them, they can attempt to contact and talk to our clients. And we do not want them doing any such thing, knowing that they are represented by counsel.
So in a nutshell, your advice to Joliet Police Department is to stay away from your clients.
You know that they're represented. There's no reason why you shouldn't reach out to us.
And we have no reason to believe that Joliet Police Department would make any attempts to do this, given the circumstances.
Any other questions?
Well, so to what extent did you consider this a win or a victory or a tie today? I mean, was this progress from your point of view?
Well, it's progress in that it, again, just reiterates what Michael and I just said a moment ago. I mean, right now, as far as we're concerned, our clients have done nothing wrong. And I don't believe there's any evidence that would suggest that they did do anything wrong. And the fact that the state prosecutor is not willing to file charges today, given that their alleged complainant is the mayor of this town, I think does speak volumes.
And I'll take it another step further, Bob. This case has been going on for well over a month at this point. There's certainly ample amounts of evidence that have been collected, documented by reports, looked over, processed by all the different entities, law enforcement entities involved, obviously the Will County State's Attorney's Office, everybody. So for them to today take the step that they take or took and announced to the court that they are not filing charges and are releasing both Jamal and Victor from the conditions of their bond, I would say is a step in the right direction, because the vast majority of the people that we represent in similar or other circumstances in criminal court, even when the facts are in dispute, which they often are, they don't take the step of saying we're continuing to investigate and not file charges.
This is obviously a very rare step.
Yes, but it's a very rare set of circumstances.
Yeah, I actually,
But yes.
more than 10 years in private practice, it's the first time that I've encountered it.
Would you mind telling us what judge heard the case today?
Judge Barrett,
Okay.
B-A-R-R-E-T-T.
How confident are you that the state police will run a fair investigation given the history the mayor has with the state police as a former police officer?
Well, so the Illinois State Police are a completely separate entity than the Joliet City Police. They bear no relationship to one another other than they both are police officers, or at least one was a former police officer. Our interaction with the Illinois State Police has been one where they've been very transparent, they've been very professional, and they have followed up appropriately. They have contacted us at all times and been in close contact with us regarding both Jamal and Victor. So we have confidence that they're doing the right thing, and whatever their outcome is going to be based on what their investigation leads them to.
Do you know if they've interviewed the mayor?
They have not been I spoke to them recently yesterday. They have not been willing to share with me that the steps of their investigation and whether the other individuals they have or have not spoken to. They have contacted me about trying to meet other people that we can put them in touch with. And we will do everything we can to assist them and cooperate with them as we have up till now. The relationship between ourselves and the state investigators in this case has been nothing but cordial to this point. We expect it to continue. Yes, we were hoping, honestly, we would have loved, well, I won't say love, but we were hoping that today we'd almost be able to file and start issuing subpoenas to get these records so that we could do more. Right now, we are preparing a civil suit. That civil suit, the only name we have placed on the civil suit is that of Robert O'Dekirk, and then it will also list unknown Joliet police officers. Today, had there been charges filed, we would begin the process of revealing those unknown police officers to become known identities. But we still, to this day, they're unknown.
None of that seems transparent to me.
It isn't transparent until there's an actual criminal charge pending or until we file our civil suit. And now that we know that this is where it's at with the criminal, we'll be moving more speedily with the civil action in likely in federal court. And then once we file that, we will be entitled to issue subpoenas and start identifying these officers that brutally beat our clients.
You have to wait until the investigation is filed. So we'll see what I you feel
No, what happens, I think, with the state police investigation, we'll have little issue with whether we file a civil suit naming the mayor and the police. I expect it to be filed very soon.
90 days.
Within 30 days. And as of just, what is today, Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. As of just yesterday, Thursday. So the investigation is only, yes, the investigation is 2 weeks old as of Tuesday. So it's just into its third week. So I wouldn't have expected that they'd be done within a 2 week time frame. But I would expect 30 to 45 days. It has more than that.
It has no bearing on what we do in the system at all.
And of course, though, I mean, it's only 2 weeks old. It's not a complex case. I mean, but
There are, and again, because you asked us whether they've interviewed the mayor, and we don't know. But there's the mayor to interview, and then perhaps they have the identities of the police officers involved. They may want to question every single one of those 5, 6 officers that were brutally beating our clients. So that's another 6, 7 people that they have to interview there. But they've also contacted us about names of people we're familiar with that they want to interview. So that could be as many as another 8 people. And now, you know, when they're interviewing another 8 people, that can take some time.
Well, the charges about the charges about Mayor O'Dekirk not complex, but once again, the police, those get a little more time.
Yes, and they may want to see the problem then is if they want to be interviewed by the state police about an independent investigation, they may or may not be invoking the right to have a union representative present. So when they want to interview police officers, there's a whole can of worms that opens up when one investigative agency wants to interview sworn members of another agency.
Did you guys inquire with the state's attorney why they didn't at least file charges on O'Dekirk after the video was released?
He inquired as to whether they're moving on.
Did they have an answer?
They're not going to use the state directly.
But their line is always what it is. There's an ongoing investigation, and we're waiting for that to be completed. That's what you expect from the state. That's what they do. Yeah.
I just was wondering, is there also going to be a charge of a crime because of the expletives that were used during the attack?
Again, this is a state police investigation. They can file whatever they can file against the mayor, battery, aggravated battery. They could charge him with false impersonation of a police officer. They may be able to charge him with a race crime. I mean, their investigation can go
I was
anywhere.
wondering, and I never heard that.
Is it possible to charge him with vigilante activity? Because
I'm not sure I understand what you mean by
I
that.
mean, pretty much acting as pretty much this intellectual official somehow.
Well, that's why I refer to false
Right.
impersonation of a police
Right,
officer, walking
yeah.
around with a police
Right,
cap
but his
and ordering
alleged-
other
yeah.
civilians around.
Yeah, but his alleged statement was he was assisting cops. That's would be called a positive.
Again, I think that would go to his being a false impersonation of a police officer. He's wearing a cap,
Yeah.
perhaps as police. He's giving orders to other civilians, which is all he is.
Yeah.
And then he says he's working with the police. I mean, that certainly is something I would think the state police
And the state
are
police,
considering.
and the state police make the decisions. The prosecutors make the decisions. Those are the people who make decisions. We're sitting and just speculating as to what they would do or not do, or
In the end, the state police,
that's their jurisdiction and their province.
in the end, the state police could come back with a recommendation. They're not the ones that prosecute the case. The Will County State's Attorney can make a decision either way after he gets their report. We submitted a letter asking for an independent state police investigation.
We long ago submitted
We did that.
to the Joliet Police Department. Without receipts. Aggravated assault and mob action. Both classes.
It's those are not formal charges. Those are gone now, is that correct?
Well, they're not. I don't know that you can say they were not formal charges. The police arrested them, photographed them, fingerprinted, changed them,
Well,
chained
so-
them
okay.
to a holding cell,
Yes.
and didn't release them
At this
until they
point,
put them on bond.
at this point, the Will County State's Attorney's Office has said they are not pursuing those charges.
Well, how much time did the clients spend in jail? Did they have to put a bond?
No, they were released on a recognizance bond after being processed and chained at the jail.
How long?
Oh, for a matter of hours, a number of hours.
Civil lawsuit will be a color of law, deprivation of civil rights.
Section 1983.
Probably deal with brutality, excessive force, those kinds of things.
Yes.
42 U.S.C. 1983.
There'll be some tort allegations.
Is that it? Have a great day and enjoy your holiday, everybody.